lesson 10, the using computer software and related technology for business operation. I was not able to discuss to you the previous lesson, which is the computer, since I know that you are quite familiar with it already, and then it's easier to understand. So I'll I'll do this quick. Hopefully we can finish this in less than 30 minutes or less than an hour. So after this lesson, you are expected to, or I hope you will be able to, identify the different types of software used in the computers, and what to choose the software to be used in the business, especially that uh, most of our establishment now are not using manual operations. They're using automated, which is through the use of the computer and then the software that is being installed in that system, and then how to use the software in alignment with the business goals and objectives. By the way, this module was already uploaded to you. I think I already uploaded up to lesson 12. As far as I can remember, we have two or one lesson more before we end this semester. So discussion. The discussion are what is a software, what are the type of software, and we have the common software used in businesses. We also have using software in the business, and then we all that's all. So I will explain it to you further one by one. So what is a software? So a software is the computer cannot process any information without the given set of instruction. So this set of instruction is what we call software. So it is the brain of information system. The software is the most expensive component of the computer. So in the computer, when we say hardware, it is the physical part, or the physical appearance of a computer. So we have monitor, uh, we have the keyboard, we have the mouse, everything that you can touch. That is what we call the software. That is what we call the hardware. Now, in contrary to that, the software is the thing that is intangible, meaning to say you cannot touch it, but it's working. Meaning it is the if it is something that the computer can run, because the hardware cannot run itself without the software. So the software will guide you. The software will let you use whatever purpose you're doing with that computer. So let's say mura siyang fuel ba, or that runs your computer in whatever applications you want to do with that computer. Now there are two types of I think there are two types of software. We have the application software, and then we also have the system software. Now, generally, these two basic type of computers are uh, divided into many subtypes. So we have the first one is we have the application software. So they are the program that support all the works or play functions that you want to do. So some examples include word processing. So let's say we have Microsoft Word, or whatever document type of processings you have in your devices. And then we also have the spreadsheet. Example of spreadsheets are Microsoft Excel. So that's one. And then we have video editors. We have also the web browser. So when we say web browsers, we have Chrome, we have Explorer, Internet Explorer. We also have Mozilla. Those are the web browsers. And games, we have lots of games also. So those types of software are what we call application software. So there are also software that is designed to do specific tasks, such as supply chain management. This is the system or the software that we use to manage certain type of businesses. We have finances, customer support, and manufacturing. So when we use the supply chain of management, that is mostly that software is belong to the food chain, or it can be in the hotel, like the uh, hotel management information system, wherein the system is already designed for clients to check in what room is available, the profile of the client or the profile of the guest, and then how are they going to pay the payment for the hotels. Let's say if we're going to pay in cash, or if they are going to pay it in through cash, or whatever system they have available for their guest. And then we also have finances. When you say finances, these are the systems that are used in banks, in financial companies like mga lending companies or any other companies, insurance. That is what they are using. So the system that is used in the banks are very crucial. Can you just imagine, all of the banks can, let's say that ATM machine can withdraw any type of banks, or any representations of banks, as long as it's Visa or it's Megalink. So it's the systems that they're using it automatically. If you withdraw from this bank, even if this bank is from BPI, and then your own bank is Metro Bank, if you withdraw, automatically it will update to your ATM, or it will update to your own account. So that is what the systems they are doing. It is a real-time type of system wherein automatically it can deduct to your account. And then we also have the ticketing system that is almost the same. And then we also have the customer support. Customer support is most used in telecommunication. We have PLDT, Smart, and Verizon in US, and so many other telecommunication type of system wherein they will update, or they will monitor your calls, your usage when it comes to data and calls. And then we also have the manufacturing. Manufacturing is more on the manufacturing business type wherein especially those furnitures, or those uh, canning companies, wherein they have to monitor the quality of their output, or the quality of their product through the system. And then some software are industry specific, such as software used by hotels. Yeah, software used by hotels to keep track of the reservations and availability of room. That's what I'm talking earlier. And then routing, a software used by tracking or logistics companies to keep track of their deliveries. So some of the application softwares are actually tailored to such business. Let's say, for example, a hotel reservation system, or hotel management information system, or the actually, we have a system in our mini hostel here in SDSS Tagbina campus, where it was designed by the computer science instructors, wherein it can manage like a small scale lang type of check-in management information system, wherein the availability room are being shown, the type of accommodation, and then the type of additional demands or additional requirements from the clients. And then the other software, also the second type of software, is also the system software. So it handles the more basic operations, so such as file management, data storage, hardware interfaces, and integration with application software. So it ensures that all the technology tools involved in information system will work together. So system software, this is more on the depth, or the more ni siya mo back up with all the application software, because what we can see, what we are using all the time with our computer, is actually the application software. But what made it possible for us to use the application software is the system software. When we boot our computer, when we see the black pang background, that is what we called our system software is already running. Example of system software, we will discuss it later on. So under system software, we have different types of under that system software, we have operating system. So operating system takes care of the basic task of a computer. Without it, the computer would not function. So it controls both input and output devices, maintains file structures, and allocate memories for its activity and the needs of the application software. So when you say operating system, this system will actually do the hard core of the computer. Let's say for example, the one that control your printer, the one that control your mouse, the one that control your keyboard are operating system. Now, the scheduling of how it will be, who will be do the task, or who will the first one to complete the task, is actually one part or one function of the operating system. So without the operating system, you cannot be able to use your computer. You cannot uh, you cannot uh, give the instruction, or you cannot you will not be able to print, or you will not be able to set or send instruction for the printer to print, or for your sound system to let it sound, because that is one of the main function of the operating system. So it gives you the support in order for those application software to run in your system. Now, what are the examples of system software? Windows is one common example of operating system. We also have iOS. We also have Android. We also have Mac. There's plenty of example of operating system. So this operating system is the backbone of your software. And then we also have the utility programs. So utility programs are programs that it has a large variety of programs that perform a specific task to help manage, tune, and protect the computer software and hardware. So the example for this are those antivirus. I know you are quite familiar with this antivirus already. So their specific function is to protect your computer. So we have Norton, McAfee, Kaspersky, FVG, Avast, Avira, Nod32, and so many other antiviruses that actually protect your computer. So their specific function is to protect your computer from malware, from virus, or any other type of malicious software that will intrude your system. So before it will intrude, or before it can do any damage to your computer, this type of software will protect, or will detect that there is something malicious, or there is something that threat to your computer. And then the next one is, what are the common software used in businesses? So these are the typical application, or the typical software that is being used on a daily basis by these companies, or by this or any type of organization. The first one is the word processing program. So word processing, again, one example of the word processing is the Microsoft Word. That is the very common. So they are intended to create Word documents such as letters, memos, and others. So they are the program that can edit and format the text document. Common example again is the Microsoft Word. So if you're going to do the memos, if you're going to do the letters or questions or whatever you need to do, that is in a Word format. That is a word processing programs what is commonly used in a business. Let's say for example, if you're going to make memos, or a letters, or a proposal for a certain business, or for a certain project, you need to use the Microsoft Word. Then the next one is the presentation, no, the spreadsheet. So the spreadsheet, these are type of programs that are used to analyze, to organize, or store information specific, especially if it is a number, or if it is a numeric data. So the program that can perform mathematically and statistical operations using preset formula. So a common example that is Microsoft Excel. So Microsoft Excel is actually most of the Murabag, it's actually our weapon, especially for the teachers, because when we compute our grades, we are actually using Microsoft Excel, because you can actually preset a formula wherein all we need to do is to input the numbers, and then the Excel will do all the wonders, will do all the works. He will compute whatever input we will put it in the Microsoft Excel, and then we have the preset formula, and then voila, it gives us the grades already, the final grades already. And so with other businesses, especially if it deals with numbers, it deals with sales, and then it can give you the graph, it can give you the output of whatever sales you have, or whatever numbers that you need to arrive. It will help you with the use of the formula. So that is one of the common types of application software that is used in the businesses. And then we also have the presentation program. So presentation program, also this type of software package is used information in a form of slideshow. So this is intended to display information, your presentation, or whatever you want to show or whatever you want to present in a type of through the use of the software application software. So the most commonly used uh, presentation program is the PowerPoint or the Microsoft PowerPoint. We have Prezi, or as long as it is for the use of the purposes for the use of the PowerPoint or the presentation. So I know that most of your teachers or most of the teachers are actually using presentation when it comes to their lessons, especially now that we are doing online. So it's easier for us. It's also pleasing to the eyes when we use PowerPoint because we can actually animate it. We can actually add animations or add pictures that will actually easier for the student to understand. But right now I am actually using a word processing program, which I'm using now the Microsoft Word. And the one that I'm using also a Filmora. This is also a type of application software where I can PC screen where I can discuss to you, and then at the same time I can also show my camera. And then we also have the email client software. So when we say email client software, this is used to manage and create, manage, and send emails to the internet. So the common example for this is the Microsoft Outlook or the Windows Mail. So this email client software is usually used in a customer type of business or in a customer support type of business. Let's say for example BPOs, business processing outsourcing, call centers are actually using Microsoft Outlook or any type of email client software wherein all the emails can actually be merged into one. So let's say for example you have Gmail account, you have Yahoo account, or we have Hotmail account, or email EOL mail account. You can actually merge it into one, and then all the emails that will be incoming, or all the emails that will come to your email addresses will be monitored by one system, which is the Microsoft Outlook. Let's say for example you have an email in Gmail, you have an email in Yahoo. You don't need to go to Yahoo anymore, you don't need to go to Gmail anymore. It will be merged and it will be monitored and it will be received by one system, which is the email client software. And then we also have the web browser, so the program used to open and access information from the internet. So prime example for these are the Google Chrome. That's very common for now, but before, during the 1990s, 1996 or mga 2000, the most famous when it comes to web browser is the Internet Explorer, which is which is from the Microsoft. And then Mozilla is next, but now almost everybody are using Chrome na. So in your devices also, there are for iPhone, there are Safari, and then for many other Android, you can actually use Chrome. But there are plenty of there are lots of variety when it comes to web browser. And then a web browser is actually the medium between the user and then the internet, because you cannot browse or you cannot do anything with your computer if di ka moagi og web browser. So you have to go to the browser, not unless if you have the application anymore, because you can go directly to the application. But when you are going to browse the internet, you need to go to the web browser before you can do anything with the like searching and then browsing or researching or something like that. So these are the example of the web browsers. So we have the Chrome, we have the Firefox, we have the Safari, Internet Explorer, Opera, Microsoft Edge, Chromium, and so many other web browsers. And then number 4 is the using the software in the business. So this section will discuss how some software are used in the business. So because of the large number of software exists, the discussion will only cover the two most common software. So since there are plenty of application software, when you use your computer or when you use your mobile or any type of devices, all the software or all the applications that is being installed in your computer or in your devices are all application software. So from your Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. Those are example of the application software wherein you can actually interact with it. You can sign up, you can sign in, or you can use it on a daily basis for whatever purposes you have in your mind or in your business. So there are two most commonly used, top two commonly used. We have the Microsoft Word and then the Microsoft Excel. So these are actually some of the on how you're going to use it. I know you're quite familiar with this already. So this is a word processing program, the Microsoft Word. It has the ability to create text document, and with a feature of different styles, such as you can change the font, you can put pictures by copy and paste, and then these are the common commands when it comes to Microsoft Word. So let's say open the document, create the document. You just need to go to the file menu, and then everything is there. Everything is there already, and then so these are, you have the copy. If you have computer at home or if you have laptop at home, you can try this. And then we also have the Microsoft Excel. So Microsoft Excel is a spreadsheet program. As what I have discussed earlier, it has the ability to analyze and organize information. So you can all you need to do when it comes to Microsoft Excel is you know how to make the formula. You're quite familiar with all those things for you to compose or for you to make or for you to create a formula, and then voila, it can give you the output that you wanted. All you need to do is to all you need to do all the data that you need all you need to do is the data that you need to input into your Excel or into your spreadsheet. Let's say for example, if you want to compute quite lots of numbers, all you need to do is to input or is to solve the first number, and then the rest of the numbers that you want to calculate, you just need to drag, and then everything will be it can give you quite the result already of whatever you want to have, or whatever kanang document you have, or whatever numbers that you want to have, or whatever results that you want to have from those numerical data. So these are the using the computer software and then the related technology for business operations. So I won't have I don't have to explain this so much further, but if I guess if you have questions along the way, if you have confusions along the way, please don't hesitate to email me, please don't hesitate to message me, and then questions me, send me a questions or a message so that I can explain it further for you. So I hope you understand a little bit, and I hope you all have a good day. Okay, so it's done.